Yo, 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 how's it going, people? All right, I'm back. Awesome. Guys, I have found, like, just today, I've been, like, thinking about, this project and how it's going to evolve. And man, it's like, I don't know. I open up the new tab and I have the daily dev extension open. And I find just like exactly what I needed for my project. And I was like, yeah, I have to stream today, man. I'm like so excited about this stream. There's one thing like standing between me and using that particular component in order to build the project. But yeah, we are going to pass that today. So on today's menu, we are going to use the Twitch API to get the followers lists. Right now we already have the first sorry, let's do a quick recap. We are building a unified Twitch streamers schedule. You know how on Twitch you can go and, for example, see the scheduled streams for a particular streamer, right? And for example, I can visit Alex Trost's streaming schedule. I can see that he streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays at a certain time. Then I can visit another one, another streamer, and see when they're streaming and their schedule. But there's no way for me to like import. Exactly, yeah. So like I can like log in with Twitch, get all of my followers lists, and just show a unified list of streamers. Like, here's the streamer and he streams at that day, and then here's another streamers, he starts at 7 but this guy starts at 8 and this girl starts at 6 p.m. So I can like have basically like I don't know, like when you're watching TV, right, and you hit that little button. I'm not sure what the functionality is called, to be honest. Yo, Atsuski, my man. So I'm not sure like how's the the functionality called, but when you hit I think it was like EPG or something, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like stuff can come out. I don't have the end goal. Like this project is going to be used for this and that. But yeah, I guess it could be useful. I might use it, and I think I will use it. I'll just like open it up from here to from time to time to see what's on what's on my lists. So yeah, we're doing that. In the previous streams, we have created the Next.js project, installed Chakra, set up Supabase, got the authentication done using Twitch. Right now we have a user. That user is authenticated with Twitch. That means we have the tokens and everything. Now we are free to basically just just ping the Twitch API. So this is gonna be exciting. First, what we wanna do is ensure that we got the data, right? We are logged in with Twitch. Let's fetch the data and see what we have. When we do that, depending on like how when do we do that, because it's not really late, but it could get late in my time zone. It's like 8 p.m. almost 8 p.m. right now. But yeah, when we do that, if we're like early in the process and figure it out as quickly, we can move on with the API. And I promise you, I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek about what components we're going to use. I have built something in my free time, like yesterday and today before shooting this stream. I have built something that can help me deliver the streaming, the stream a bit faster. So yeah, let's dig in. Let me share my screen, and here's what we have at the moment, right? Streamer schedule. I guess the name is good enough, right? I'm bad at naming, but yeah. Welcome, Lazar Nicole of the Vase Chattery. Sorry, that's in Macedonian. 94@gmail.com. This is my Twitch email address. If I hit logout, this is the login screen. We're going minimalistic on this one, right? So we hit login with Twitch. It takes us to Twitch TV. There's the access token for us. There we go. Welcome, Lazar Nikolov. Right, so we have the user, we have the authentication. All that we want to do is hit the API. And I was talking with Minter, I think it was like 2 days ago, with Lucas. he sent me this project. Basically, he did pretty much the same in terms of, you know, using the Twitch API, and he's like, hey, you gotta use this. It can be useful. So before we actually start writing any codes, I want to check out this repo, and then if, for example, there is such a thing, try to find if there's a Twitch client, you know, that we can use, so we don't have to, you know, write API calls and all of those things. So let's check it out. This is the Next Streamer Center repo. It's public. Actually, let me share the link with you guys. There we go. We are going to see how this works. There's an authentication client, as we can see, Lodash, SWR, and React. There's the URL for the authentication, username. Okay, so this is basically API calls, right? Here's the token, here's the client ID. That's basically using an app, but we have a different approach. Now every user logs in, and every user has its own token and everything. And when we actually hit the Twitch API, we want to use the user's token so it can retrieve, you know, the list of followers that user specifically follows. If that's a thing, I'm not sure. This is like my first time using the Twitch API, and we're gonna have fun. So let's see. If you guys have any experience with the Twitch API, let me know. We can cut down some time. Streamer state, load game URL, okay. Live game IDs, okay. Basically, what I can see here: stream IDs, streams data. Where do we get the streams data from? Let's see. Initial streams data. Okay, cool. There's a setter that we can see. Here's the streams data. And what we see here is the SWR get data, and on success, we are basically setting the new streams here. Where is the get data? All right, so we are fetching the URL, and the URL is basically stream IDs, right? Use SWR. Okay, yeah, but this is for getting live games, I guess. Twitch TV live stream.username. Yeah, this is the streamer. There's a link and the image itself. There's a thumbnail. Awesome. We're gonna need the thumbnails for later. Awesome, that's good to know. And how many viewers are there? All right, cool. Yeah, we can definitely like keep this open. I'm just gonna pin it. And now let's see. Twitch. Oh, sorry, the voice went up there. Twitch JavaScript client. Let's see if we can like Twitch Redux. No. devtwitch.tv. Let's see. Extensions. We're not building an extension. We're building. There's the Twitch API. Game streams users. Probably users. Create visualization of users on Twitch for leaderboards, esports. Yeah, let's check out the users API. The authentication app access token with user read email scope. Okay, to verify email address in response. I think we already do that. I think because we get the email. And here's the URL, right? API Twitch TV Helix users. Optional. Multiple user IDs can be specified. Limit 100. User login name. Multiple login names can be specified. Okay. Okay, and like, what is the response in this case? Get users, and we can see the users. But what about followers? Because that's what we are interested at. Get users follows. This is exactly that. Gets information on follow relationships between two Twitch users. This can return information like who is Quotrok following, who is following Quotrok. Yeah. From ID or to ID. Yeah. So basically that's it. Let's try to get this URL. Right, we're gonna place it in our project right here. I guess let me know if the code is too small to read, but I think it's fairly okay. Right, so here we go. Here's the index page. Right, let's try to make this server side and see. Oh yeah, we can't actually make this server side, yeah, because of the authentication. I think so. I don't know, let's try it out. I'm gonna place this at the bottom, export const get server side props, and we're going to import get server side props. We're just gonna do an empty object for now, just so I can like verify if we get, because there were some issues in here regarding the authentication. But let's just return props empty object so TypeScript doesn't complain. And let's try to, I'm gonna log out the context right here, but I want to place a breakpoint. That means we also want to do the .vs code folder and the launch.json inside. The version is this, and the configurations is an array. Now let's add a node npm launch. We're just gonna do we're gonna use yarn as the executable, and we're gonna do the def script right here. Let's also make sure to include the source maps, and let's give it a go. This is stopped from the terminal. There we go. We started the process. Now let's hit refresh and see what we have in the context itself. Requests, no cookies, row headers, I don't see any like authentication or something. I think we are not where we're supposed to be, so maybe we'll have the, maybe we'll have issues with the authentication right here. Let's see, supabase.io. Let's check out the docs. Okay, we got the setup, we got this account page, Supabase authentication user. Let's try it out. Let's see, supabase.authentication. Oh damn, yeah, Supabase is not defined because we didn't bring it in. So let's see, Supabase dot, we need to import it first, authentication. Let's just log this out, right? So we're gonna reload and basically do the app, hit oh goddamn, not here, hit refresh. There we go, and let's see. There's the API. Current user is null, current session is null. Yeah, persist session true. Okay, yeah, I guess we are going to have issues with this, so we cannot actually use server-side props. That means we need to do this on the client side. So let's check that out. It's weird, man. I didn't understand why that happened. Actually, we have the authentication here. Here's the authentication. Sign in with Twitch is just using let's see, supabase.auth.sign in, provider Twitch, and that's it. And then we have the session, and we store the session in here. So if we open up this, go to the applications, and we have the session right here, right? We have the user, which has the email and the identities, the user metadata like pictures, stuff like that. Here's the description, the broadcaster type, all of this useful info if you're a streamer. There's even a picture, and we are actually utilizing that. But this is on the client, right? This is in localhost. We don't set any cookies. And if we did set a cookie, then we can probably obtain it from the server side, because it's going to be part of the request, right? But we need a place between the login screen and the main screen where the user can land on that screen, so we can obtain the session, right? When we do actually set session, so the user can obtain the session and get, you know, and set the cookie basically. But then let's see, we have the state here. Actually, I think we can like do something about that right here. Let's go to login, and we only call sign in with Twitch, right? That's okay. That's okay. Okay. There's a provider, authentication layer. There's a router. We are replacing, we're like going to login when we hit logout. But let's check out app. We are looking, we are like listening on the state of the authentication state, basically if it's logged in or logged out or checking. This is, yeah, actually this is where it happens, right? We're gonna do this, right? So check this out. We're gonna do this. We're gonna set a breakpoint. Where are we now? Not here. Oh man, login, sign in with Twitch. Here, right? We're gonna set a breakpoint here and go to the Mr. Aaron McAdam. So we're gonna set a breakpoint there, and I'm gonna set a breakpoint here to see which which happens first. My boys. All right, so check this out. Let's assuming that these breakpoints will actually trigger, because this is on the client side. Maybe I need to also add them in the, you know, in the sources right here, but we'll see. As you can see, no breakpoints are here. Login with Twitch. No breakpoints are being hit. Okay, so we gotta do that. So app tsx. This was line 42. Hit a breakpoint there, and where was the other one? In authentication.tsx, line 55. Let's do that again. Let's see if we can like have that. Alright, so this goes to login. Login, not actually login. We wanna, I guess we wanna go here, not in the logged outs. Login with Twitch. And this happens. And now we're logged in, right? So we don't have the there's the state. And then we set the login page. So that basically never happens, the sign in with Twitch, even though, you know, we like are waiting and waiting for the session, and then we're setting the session. When this thing happens, our app, you know, pauses for a second, and we go to Twitch, the authentication route on Twitch, so we cannot really break there. What I'm also interested at just to see, we have the state right here, right? And we also have the session. Let's see if we hit this breakpoint and we have the session, right? That means we can set the cookie right here. We can then set the enhanced page, which is the index page. So we're gonna set the cookie, set the page. When the page loads, I guess, and we get to the server side props, I guess we can like, we have a window of, you know, opportunity to like squeeze in the cookie, but let's see. Here's the session, here's the logged in. Let's try to do that again. Log into Twitch. it takes us to Twitch, and then it takes us to the homepage, which is app.tsx. Here's the logged in state. And that's why we're loading, because we were checking like a second ago or millisecond ago. Now we're in the logged in state. But do we have a session? Do we have? Oh, come on now. Yeah, we're in the use effect suite. Jesus, let's see. Console. I need to bring down the session so that we can like debug it. And let's do that again. Guys, I hope this works. There we go. Okay. GT, how's it going, man? It's the Garrett. All right, guys. So check this out. We are in the logged in state, right? And I do have a breakpoint in the pages right here. It's waiting, right? If we continue, we should hit this breakpoint. But you know, the most important thing is that we are here and we have the session before we actually render the page. We didn't know that the last streaming. So let's continue. And nothing happens. Why are we not like... Let's reload. Let's reload. And do that again like for the 5th time right now. Okay, it makes sense. Yeah, Next.js first will perform the get server side props. As you can see right now, we are on the twitch.tv. It's gonna do the get server side props now. If we move forwards, we're going to hit this breakpoint, and that's when we have this session, right? So the session happens after this piece right here. Okay, that means we cannot make the index page itself, like being a server-side rendered page. I guess we can like create a little page that's in between. The user is going to land when you know, when the authentication finishes. In that page, we're going to show the same spinner, but we're going to set the cookie and then redirect to the home page, right? Man, it's messy even like saying it out loud, but hear me out. We're setting the cookie, then we are redirecting, basically replace. We're replacing the user to the home page, but the user already has the cookie set, and when we land in the get server side props, theoretically we should be able to obtain the cookie, right? And in the cookie we have the user and authentication and everything. So let's do that, guys. In the pages, let's create something like a in-between page. Logging in .tsx. God damn. Logging in. Export default logging in. Right, and inside we can now check for the session, right? So we can return that spinner that we talked about. I guess that's like in authentication, was it? No? Oh, sorry, it's in the app. There we go. There's our full screen spinner, right? We are going to show this one all the time because we're not going to move away and render anything else in this page. But inside here, we can do this, right? And we can check out the state and session, right? When that thing changes, we want to react on it. We also want to pull up the router. So we want to use router. Let's place it up. Import use effects. And okay, now in here, if the state is logged in, right, and we do have a session valid with 2s, we do have a session valid. We want to set cookie replace to slash. So let's do that. Window dot actually, you know what? I think I remember there was a library that can ease up working with cookies. JavaScript cookie library. Man, my Googling is like basic. I have JS cookie. Okay. Let's see how that works. Import cookies, set, beautiful. And what about get? Nice. Let's actually install this one. Yarn add JS cookie, right? Import cookies from JS cookie. And now we want to do cookies dot set. We want to do authentication, and we want to do session dot what? Should we like do a JSON stringify on the whole session? Probably not. I guess not a good idea. Let's see what we need in order to pull the users here. Being followed by user being followed by the from ID. Okay, so we basically need the from ID, which is the, let's see, user ID. There's our user ID, right? And if, as I can see, the authentication needs to be set, of course, bearer, and then we have the token right here. Okay, so I'm gonna need the token. Is it this like token type provider token, I guess? Yeah, let's open up Postman and see what's up. Actually, like try to make the API call here before we dive into. Okay, so let's check this out. Update user, get user follows. So here's the URL. It's a get from ID. Yeah, from ID, and now we pass our ID, this thing right here. And for the authorization, we want to add, I think, the provider token, but we'll see. It looks like the provider token. Client ID is missing. Let's try the access token instead. Okay, so that means it's definitely the provider token. There we go. Oh wait, client ID is missing. Let's keep reading. What is the client ID? Okay. Client ID goes here, and then the token goes here. The client ID is redacted. What do you mean? We have the access token. What is your client ID? I don't have like an app. Maybe I need to create. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We have an application, right? I guess that's the client ID that we. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Okay, so how do we set the client ID again? In the URL itself. And client underscore ID is these bad boys. So check. Client ID is missing. No, it's not. I just provided it. Yeah, it is. It is super fun. Where's the user's API? But yeah, like the client ID itself is being. Is it being? Yay! Twitch, come on, guys! Start commercial. We did that. Making your first Twitch API request. Let's try to do that. Yeah, we'll see about that. Otherwise, the user will just like log in every damn time. CLI, I'm not interested in. There's a CURL. Okay, it's a header, guys. Client ID. It's a header. So I can like remove this whole thing and add the header right here. And it's with capital C and I. It's with a dash instead of underscore. Give it to users. Bad requests. Parameter is not an integer. It's in the header. Yeah. Is not an integer. Okay. Well, let's see. Oh, there's the ID, guys. This is a different ID. It needs to be an integer. So I guess this. Man, why are we complicating things? Provider ID, there we go. That's my account, my ID. Let's try to send bingo bango. Okay, so we have Luigi, Gonsi, Zach Jones, GT codes. Check it out. Yeah, the Primogen, Codico, Strappy.js, Johan Fleury, Trust, Apollo. Okay, yeah, this is what we basically need, right? So we can like extract all of these login usernames there's pagination as well, there's cursor pagination as well. Okay, there's pagination involved. Guys. Where were we? Let's go back. Okay, let's read about the pagination now. Guide, probably pagination. Okay, so we have the cursor. Forward pagination. To get the first page, don't specify after. Then we have the after, and then we have the cursor, right? Okay, so we can like get the cursor and duplicate this tab and also do after this. So we should get, yeah, Rogi, Gotze, Jay Hay, George Hodds, Techno Team. Yeah, okay, good. They call me Lazar the paginator. Okay, cool. Yeah, this can work. There's another one. Yeah. Let's see how far we can go. And that's it, right? So when we hit the dead end, we can see that there's no after. There's no cursor. That means we have reached the end, my friends. Of course, man, just like give me the whole data and STFU. Yeah. All right, yeah, we kind of figure it out, and we can get the we're interested in the 2 login, I guess. We're gonna keep these here. Can I like close other tabs? Yeah, let's close the other tabs. I don't want to change anything, just like clean it up. There we go. Nice. Let's see how we can get not .CLI, the API. let's see how we can get, because for example we have the users, right? We have the users that I follow. Now we want to get the schedule, right? We want to get the schedule. So let's open the reference and try to find. First, let's see. I think Trust has a schedule for Tuesday and Thursday. There's one tomorrow. So let's see if we can get Alex's schedule and try to like bring it. Beautiful. Slash schedule, right? Okay, let's check that out. We're gonna fetch this Helix broadcaster ID schedule broadcaster. Oh man, it's the ID actually. The ID of the broadcaster who owns the channel streaming schedule. We do have the ID, right? To ID. Okay. We need to find Trust. There we go. There's his ID. So we need the ID, not the actual name or anything like that. So let's see. There's the ID. We wanna steal the authentication. Pass the authentication and also add the client ID header. Give me the schedule. There we go. There's the segment. Title Creative Rodeo. Beautiful. There's a category, the start time, the end time. Oh man, nice. That's it. This is what we actually need. And there's also a cursor. Beautiful. Maybe we can like do that. Maybe we can be like smart about this, not like shoot the cursor, you know, use the cursor like a million times until it doesn't exist. But we have the dates, right? And I cannot show the whole I can't show. Okay, it's actually recurring. There's a recurring thingy that we can do. Nice, right? There's the ID, and I guess we can like use the ID to fetch a bit more info on, you know, on that stream. Get channel iCalendar as an icon now. Yeah, this is like what we're going to get. No need. We're not gonna update. Okay, yeah, I guess we can work with this. Let's try to implement this in our app now, right? First, what we want to do is like continue with the session stuff, and what we actually needed to get is first the client ID. Although I think the client ID is already in our app, because I'm gonna dig, you know, the environment variables. I'm gonna hide the screen. Let me see if I have the. No, we don't. So we're gonna do Twitch underscore. I'm like registering a new environment variable. Twitch client ID, and I'm going to paste my client ID here, save it, and I'm gonna bring you guys back. Okay, we have the client ID, right? That exists as a variable. I only set it as a server side because we are going to use that on the server side. But other than that, we need the actual token. Where are we? Okay, it was here. The provider token, the refresh token, and we also need the user ID, but the integer one, right? Which is in user metadata provider ID, right? So let's get this, you know, let's like prepare all these things. So authentication, right? We're going to get session. So we're gonna get the access token. No, the provider token actually. That's what we actually needed. Then we want to get into the user. Then we want to get, oh come on now, the user is a user. Okay, yeah, we are basically destructuring things. What is wrong? User or null? You think you can, there's like types for the JS cookie? Ah, cool, okay. Right, we needed to dip into the user metadata. And we want to get, of course, it's null. Okay, doesn't matter. If there is no user, then just like, if there's no user, then we want to go back to the login page. Although we are in the between, we're in the logging in page. No, here's what we're going to do. We want to make sure that the user exists. So now the metadata is still undefined. Oh, come on. If like something happens here and these are not set, we are going to spin forever. Again. Okay, yeah, we don't actually have that. Okay, cool. Now let's get the provider ID out of the user, right? So we have the provider token and we can like move this right here. We have the provider token and we have the provider ID. That's like all we needed to create the request, right? We have the client ID. It's already an environment variable. Here's the provider token. And we have the provider ID for the query. And I guess we're done. Awesome. So we'll just add provider token, provider ID. And that's basically it. And we're going to do json.stringify authentication. And now set the cookie and do router.replace. This is the /logging in. We want to go to the home page now. Okay, what are we missing? Router, yeah, just like get the router in. Right. Before we actually try to test this out, Twitch already knows, I mean, Twitch still thinks that we want to get to the, let's see. All right, yeah, I guess this was done in Supabase actually. So we need to change that. We want to go to the logging in page now, which is with the dash. Streamer schedule, settings, authentication instead of localhosts 3000, logging in. Actually, that's not the URL. Where was the URL? Oh, it is an allow list for redirects and for constructing URLs used in emails. The providers are permitted to redirect to post authentication. Well, that's about it, yeah. We'll set localhost for now /logging in with a dash. And let's see if that actually works, right? Setting saved. Okay, guys. Let's boot up the app and restart it. No, not now. We'll do that later because we're already logged in, so I'm gonna log out. I actually didn't, let's see. Logging in. I want to add a breakpoint here just to see what's up. Logging in. Here, we're gonna set a breakpoint here. Or like in the use effect itself again. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's go back to the login page. Actually authenticate and see if we're going back to the logging in page. No, we're not. We're on the... Goddamn. Okay, so it's basically... No. Let's try that again and see the redirect URL. Here's the redirect URL, supabase.com authentication v1 callback. Then that's because we have that set in the Twitch app. And it should be like that, right? Yeah, there's the URL, v1 callback. But then I guess we need to change this thing right here. So instead of going to the allow list for redirects and for constructing URLs, permitted to redirect to posts authentication. Wait a minute. I think we can like pass the redirect URL here in login, right? Email, passwords, phone, refresh token. Okay. Sign in, provider. Sign in with provider. Okay, I guess we can like, instead of doing sign in provider switch, because there's like no options right here. The provider is either a provider or undefined. The provider is probably a string literate, yeah, string literate. So let's go back and use the Supabase authentication sign in with provider. Why am I not like seeing this? The sign in, sign out, sign up. Okay. Let me check this out. Ah, okay. Got it. It's not actually in the first argument, it's the options. The options are the second one. So redirect to logging in. Let's try this instead. Okay, this is probably a deep link for Flutter. Yeah, but I guess we can like use that. Okay. All right, fingers crossed, guys. Come on, man. Like, go. Not now. Your time will come later. Login. Not really. No, it's like not true. Oh, come on, guys. Is this like the redirect should create capture token scopes. There was something about the scopes, but I don't think we actually need that because we didn't utilize any scopes. I think it's all open information. This is bugging me right here. We are setting the redirect, but it's like it doesn't actually take it into account. Let's try that again, and let's try to get the, but we don't need to get the Supabase URL is. Nope. Supabase, please, where do I add the redirect? Exact URLs. Maybe I need to set the redirect to be like an actual URL. Maybe it's like having issues figuring it out if it's an official, it's like a link or something like that. Let's see if that's the case, right? Let's log out. We want to land there. Logging in. Okay, that was it. So nice. Let's proceed. There's our object. We want to set the cookie, and now we want to go to the home page. And guys, in the home page we have the breakpoint. Let's see. When we get here, the context contains the cookie, and again. Okay, let's see. Context, requests, cookies, baby. We got the cookie, baby. Okay, cool. We have to, I guess, like we had to do the thingy. All right, cool, awesome. Let's fetch the authentication. So context.request.cookies of authentication, and this is it. We want to do json.parse, so we can get, maybe we want to like create a type as well, so we can make it easier to work with since we're in TypeScript. Let's create a new folder called types. Cookie, baby. Export type authentication cookie. And we want to have, let's go back to the authentication right here. Where was it now? Oh, no, it was in the, yeah. Bam. String and string. Let's also be responsible and add the types here. Beautiful. And the authentication is of type authentication cookie. And this could be string or null or undefined. What about this? This one is definitely a string. Okay, that's, yeah, because we don't actually have to. All right, let's go back. What if I just like set it as an optional? It's still gonna complain because it's nullable as well. So string or null or undefined. And you know what? We're gonna keep it as a string. And now we want to do provider token. If there's like no provider token, I don't know, let's just like wait it out. My shock mount elastic is starting to let my microphone slip down. I think it's losing its tightness somehow. Yeah, man, if it's like rubber, it could like leave it out. I don't know, I don't have a shock mount. It's all metal, as you can see here. You had a Blue Yeti, right? If I remember correctly. This thing right here, is it rubber? This little it looks like rubber, yeah. Oh, you had the Scarlett Pro condenser, but yeah, it's still rubber elastic. Yeah, maybe it does that, you know. How long have you had it? Maybe it does that, man. I'm not sure. If you can like find the replacement part only like the rubber, a year and a half. If you can like find the replacement only for the rubber, like you can, I guess you can like rethread it by yourself. It's not really a big deal. As you can see, there's a hook over here and there's a hook over here. Yeah, dude. Well, I can even send you mine when my Shure comes. Right, so there we go. We have the authentication cookie type. Beautiful. Now, parse was not a generic, right? No, let's do as authentication cookie. Beautiful. Right, so now we have the authentication. Let's try that one more time. Hit refresh. Oh man, this is gonna be super cool. Go. There we go, baby. Okay. Server side in the home page with a little doormat between the login and the home page. Yeah, we should like call this a doormat.tsx. That would be funny. Right, so okay, we got the token. Now we are actually ready to make the API calls to fetch the lists of users that I follow. I too have tried to pass a type to parse, but alas, it doesn't support generics. Yeah, can fail if the JSON string is invalid. Maybe that's it, yeah. But yeah, it's like even intuitive to me, like parse and use this type, but yeah. We're gonna use the as keywords. Okay, we got, oh man, this is a breakthrough, guys. I don't know what to do now. What are we like supposed to do now? Let's see. There's the URL that we want to get. There's a total. Okay, now we can see there's a total. But we're going to, yeah, of course, ship it. We're here. So we need this URL. Let's do this. Let's create a utils folder constants.ts, and this is going to be get followers, right? No, Twitch follows. Yeah. So I'm just going to do this part without the from ID, right? So we're going to append it later, or we can like make this. Yeah, let's try that instead of doing this. Get follows URL. We're going to get from ID, was it? From ID, it's a string, baby. From ID, baby. Was it? Yeah, from ID. Yeah. So we're gonna use this now. Let's go to this page. You know what? Let me just like close others. It's distracting. All right, so let's get the URL. Get Twitch string, baby. Get follows. Oh goddamn! We created a new file. We want to edit now, right? Utils. Okay. get follows URL, and we want to pass authentication dot please. Provider ID was the from ID. Okay, bring that in, and now here's our follows URL. With that in mind, we need to construct the API call. So let's create a Twitch API.ts utility thingy, and we are going to just basically like construct the API call now. Get, you know, set the authorization, set the client ID, all of these things, right? So let's see. Maybe we can, like, instead of doing this, we can just do get followers, right? And we only need the from ID. Let's get the URL. And that's it, right? Okay, we, instead of from ID, let's get the authentication, the whole cookie basically. And now we're going to get the provider ID and provider token. The token goes to the in the bearer. We also need the Twitch from, you know, the Twitch client ID from the environment. And that's basically all we have. We have the URL, we have the token here, and this thing right here. Nice. All right, so headers. Let's try. We're gonna do the call async, and we want to return, no, result is await fetch, and this one is a get, so no biggie. URL. Let's add the headers. That was authorization. Bearer provider token. And also client ID will be process.env.twitch client ID. What you want now? Is not assignable to undefined. Oh yeah. All right, let me just like double check it. Sorry guys, I'm like hiding my screen like an idiot. Twitch client ID. Okay, that's the one. Here's the result, right? We have the URL, we have the authentication, we have the client ID, and basically that's it, right? So we can just do followers equals await res dot JSON, baby. There's a type, there's a total, there's a data. Yeah. Where is that? The snippet icon on the... No kidding. I didn't know that. Codes. Dude, nice. Fetch. Okay. Get my blah blah blah. Awesome. Response.text. Got it. Yeah, but we... Yeah. Yeah, but this is good. I didn't actually know this. Nice one. Nice one. All right, cool. Let's move on. Followers, and we just want to return the followers. Is JSON a generic? No. So let's create the type. Right? Where is the types? Authentication, API.ts export type, followers, follows, results. We have the total, which is a number. We have the data. Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I'm definitely gonna use this data. We have another type. follow or user follower. Now, how do we call this? Let's just call it follow. There's the data, and at the end we have the pagination. And there's an optional cursor which will be which will just not exist if we're at the end of the page, right? Inside of the follow we have these things right here, these things, and basically all of them are strings. So string baby, like give me a good name for the follow. It's not good. Follow is not good. This is the user. It's not actually the user. This is the relationship between me and the streamer that I follow and when I follow that user. So follow relationship. Why not, you know? Follow relationship. Favorites or likes. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I think so. Like follow relationship. Yeah, because it describes the relationship, like who follows who and when that happens, right? So follow relationship. Okay, we are getting there. Follows result, baby. Let's go. We have the JSON right here. Let's like await it and cast it. There we go. So get followers will return a promise of follow results. I was like thinking about that, like quick type. Yeah, I don't know, man. I always like generate them by hand. I mean, this is pretty simple, but yeah, if it was like a bigger, you know, JSON structure, then oh, I'm not gonna do it by hand, definitely. Alright, folks, we have the get followers, right? Let's try that. We're not going to need the follows, you know, we're just gonna do follows, get followers. No, get follows. Await, get follows. We need the authentication now, right? If there are like no follows, we can just like bam. But now we all actually wanna filter out this list, right? To only get the to ID, because that's what we are using in the broadcaster ID, right? So when we actually, yeah, we need the whole, yeah, we need the whole thingy. Oh, wait a minute, we didn't actually utilize the cursor right here. We are returning the followers, follows, right? We are returning the follows, but only the first page. And I guess like we need them all, right? We need them all. Let's do that. Here's the get follows URL, and we are going to append an after and then slap the cursor. But we have that part. We need to do, let's try this, you know, let's do follows. It will be a follows results. No, actually yeah, follows results. And let's like make it optional. No, data pagination total. No, we're gonna do this instead of follows, we're going to do follow relationship, right? So it's going to be an array. These are the follows. Now we want to do this n, you know, number of times. This is the follows result. After we cast it, we want to get the data and push that into follows. Right? But yeah, let's like not make a one-liner. Page follows, and now we can do follows.push page follows. Oh, now what is it? Follow relationship, and now page follows is a follow relationship. Do I like need to spread it? Of course. Right, so this needs to happen a lot of times, including the URL right here. We can use the promise API to wait for, but no. Let's see how we can do this. There's the URL. When we get the res follows results, let's actually get this out because I'm gonna need the pagination as well. That's actually the result, and this is the follow result. So this is the follow result, but we also have the cursor. We also have the cursor, right? And we want to do that, right? So we want to call and use that. So I guess we want to do a function. Let's see, yeah, instead of doing this, let's return a new promise. We're gonna have the resolve or reject right here. Close it up, right? Inside, we can create a function. Fetch follows paginated. It's gonna be an asynchronous function. It's gonna take the cursor, which is going to be an optional. We're going to do the follows is outside, and we want to do this. Right, there's the cursor. There's a cursor. We're gonna call this next cursor, right? Does not exist on follow result. What do you mean? Oh, pagination. Okay, got it. Pagination cursor. Right, guys? So we want to call this like immediately. Dinner time, gotta jump. Okay, man, take care. Bon appetit. We are going to call this initially empty. I'm not going to return anything right here. We're going to call this empty. If the I'm gonna let this is the base. If there's a cursor, we're going to append and after equals cursor, right? So the first time it's going to be the base URL, and then the second and until the end, we're going to be appending and after equals cursor. So that's how we can ensure that we have the URL, right? Then we make the call. Then we get the result, right? We push into the follows, which is here. right? So this gets filled all the time. Now, guys, if there is a next cursor, that means we want to, you know, call this method again, right? We want to do fetch follows paginated. We're gonna call the function itself, right? So we're just like gonna go with the next cursor. Let's await it. I'm not sure if we like wanna. Yeah, did I like paginate? There we go. Do we need to await it? We don't necessarily need to await it. Yeah. So do this, like pass the next cursor, then pass the next cursor, then pass the next cursor, until there is no next cursor. But then that means we've taken the last of the follows that are on that page. If that's the case, we can resolve with our follows array, right? Does this make sense? Is anyone alive? I think, yeah. We're not going to reject it. Or actually, yeah, let's do this. If there is no res dot status texts, or yeah, if the status number is not if the status number is like not, we basically need from 200 to 300, right? So if the status is not bigger than or equal to 200, and status is 299, does this make sense? No. Well, let's just like flip it. If the status is less than 200, or the status is greater than 299, we are going to reject this. And we're going to reject it with the message res dot oh, it's okay. If res, there's an okay. Yeah. If it's not okay, then I don't know, man. Like, send the status text. I don't know. But I want to try this out. I want to try the get follows. We're gonna hit the breakpoint here, and now let's log them out. Restart just in case. And the moment of truth. Reload. Let's get inside. There we go. Follows an empty array. What's the URL like? Beautiful. There's no cursor the first time. Get me. Nice. Get me. Is it okay? Hell yeah. Go for it. Get me the result. Oh, I love this. I love this. All right, we got the first iteration, right? Go ahead. Queue them up. Beautiful. 20. So we got like 3 more. Is there a next cursor? Hell yeah. So we are going, you know, we're doing another iteration with the new cursor. Now it exists. Beautiful. So now the URL should have an after. Where is it? From ID and after that cursor. Beautiful. Is it okay? It damn is. So let's go here. Do we have an X cursor? Yes, we do, buddy. Again. Beautiful. We should not have a cursor now, because we should have 43, 43. Now the next cursor is undefined. That means we can resolve with our whole follows lists. And I didn't add a breakpoint, but yeah, we have the follows, basically the whole list of the users that we follow. Man, beautiful, beautiful, chef's kiss. Okay, here are the users that we follow. Now, what are we going to do? The next thing that we want to do is get the schedule, right? We are going to pass the follow list, this thing right here, or do we? Like, I am also interested in getting, let's go further to see what we need to pass, right? Because it's crucial. Like, we need to think 2 steps ahead. This is the ID of the stream, of the segment, right? Let's see what Twitch gives us in regards of the segments. Create, no. Delete. Segments, no. Get videos. Stream. Broadcast URLs, non-interactive. Stream subscription. Get channel stream schedule. We already did that. We already get the schedule, right? That's where we are. But what can we do with this schedule now? We have the start time, the end time. Do we have anything more than this? I mean, like, we can vacation. All right, nevertheless, we can, oh, wait a minute. Alex, thanks for the follow. Let's add the follow relationship. No, sorry, promise. Follows, beautiful. There we go. There we go. So now we're clear. Okay, we got the whole list of followers. Just like for the time being, let's pass them. Right, let's just pass them. Let's create our type, props, follows. It's going to be a list of follow relationship, an array of follow relationship. What theme? Oh, it's a cool one. Night Owl by Sarah Dresner the Queen. But sometimes I use the Eol Storm from the Bearded theme. Check it out. Maybe it's like, maybe you guys like this one more. Let me know. Night Owl or the Bearded theme. Right, so let's deconstruct this, destruct, sorry. Get the follows right here. I'm going to welcome the user because we are polite. Let's also add a little VStack just to separate things. We'll do spacing is 12, right? And now we are going to loop. Let's add a list as well, so we can have this nice and good. Follows dot map. So for each follow, we want to return a list item where the key is going to be follow dot from is we, to is the user. So we to login and to name. Okay, so let's do to name, and let's see what we can. We're not going to log out the follows anymore. Okay, guys. That's it. Bam! All of my follows list. All of the people that I follow. Now we're talking, guys. Now we are talking. Beautiful. I'm going to push getting lists of getting users that we follow. Bam! This is a milestone, a really important milestone. Now we want to do this API call, basically like get the get all of the segments for each follow, and I'm streaming for 1 hour and 30 minutes, and I think we can take a breather for now and continue doing this API call in the next stream, which is definitely not gonna be tomorrow, or it might be. I don't know. I'll see like how much energy I have, because I got a few meetings after work and also got work and everything. But if we don't do this tomorrow, then I think I'm like very sure that we can do this Friday. Before we go, guys, let me show you. Let me just open up Discord, because I was sending my friend some cool links. Andre, are you here? I'm talking about you. Andre is looking at my stream from a cafe bar. Nice one, dude. You are my most loyal viewer. But guys, check this out. We are going to use this component to show, you know, the list of the UI basically for the schedules, right? Live example. And guys, you're not gonna believe this. This is like exactly what I need, and I found out about this like today, this morning. It was crazy. But check it out. See this? Beautiful. So, as you can see, we have the clock at the top, right? And every line, every horizontal line is a channel in this case, right? A TV channel. But in our case, it's going to be a Twitch streamer, right? So we are going to show the streamer photo here, right? And we are going to create these little boxes, and we can style this basically. It's a really cool library, at least from what I saw. It's like, here's the item, and here's like how you can do this is the title, and this is the time, right? Program flex and content and everything. But I think we can easily do Chakra UI here, because the thing itself is built with emotion, and emotion is what Chakra UI is built with, right? Emotion is like Chakra UI emotion. So we are going to use this to show the unified streamers schedule, right? So if, for example, you have and this will go day by day, by the way. This will go day by day, and I already created a little code sandbox for picking of the days. My inspiration was this. Let me show you the inspiration. This is what I had in mind for the inspiration, right? So it's like this one is vertical, but we have the whole list, right? This is going to be a desktop app. I'm not sure if we can like support mobile in this case unless we do this. But the picker itself, you see that there's a week view of a calendar. So only 1 week, only the week that, for example, you are. And check this out. This is like my inspiration. And here's what I created using Chakra UI. There we go. So I used the headless or H6S package /calendar. And this is roughly what we can do, see, we have the today is like Wednesday the 9th, but we can switch through the weeks, and this is our weekly view. And I also, just for fun, implemented a button that's today, that's going to like throw us back to today, right? So here today is Wednesday, right? So this is yeah, today is Wednesday, and it's going to be selected. So I didn't actually had time to build a selection, but yeah, if we click, for example, on Thursday, the 10th of March is going to be selected, and using that selection, we are going to filter out all of the followers and all of the streaming schedules, right? So if we go back to Trusted's channel, we can see that he's streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays, right? And that's tomorrow. So if we click on the 10th of March, we should see Alex, the Creative Rodeo stream of Alex inside our, where was it? Yeah, inside our plan by, or our EPG component right here. And that's like how I envision to make the app. I think it's going to be a good UX, you know. You have the date picker at the top with the weekly view, and you select your days. And because I can actually add all of these, this is just like one day only, at least I think so. I still haven't, you know, seen more about it. But yeah, I think this is only in 24 hours. And that's why we need to change the data whenever we are changing the day. And because this is 24 hours, we need a day picker, right? And this is how the date picker is going to be. Just rough, like we can design this and make it look nice later on. But yeah, I am picking Thursday. The data, you know, refreshes. We can see we can see Alex's face here, this icon that we have, and I think we already do obtain the streamer pictures. We can see the Alex's face here, and based on his schedule at 6 p.m. Let's see, we're going to scroll. At 6 p.m. we should see Alex's schedule right here that says Creative Rodeo and everything. The Creative Rodeo, there's the category software and game development. We already do that. We already do have that. Let me just double check. Yes, here's the name, software and game development. We should probably get the creative. Oh, okay, it's actually the title, sorry. Yeah, Front-End Stampede and Creative Rodeo, right? And then we have the category software and game development. This one has views. I'm not sure we have that. Okay, so I guess this only gives us the next streams, right? So we can see this is on the 10th of March, and the next stream is going to be on 15th of March. And that means exactly, yeah. So starting from today, we don't get this. We don't get this. So that means we need to set the minimum date of our day picker to be today, whatever today is, right? Because we cannot go back in the past, because the Twitch API doesn't really give us that. The first segment that we can see right here is exactly that, is exactly the next one, right? So that's how we're going to do it, guys. That's how we are going to do it. And yeah, I am like really excited to put this component and also this beautiful component and actually change the style, like make it look however we want to make it look, and then just like have everything ready and displayed. Awesome. Okay, so I guess that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe, and I'll see you either tomorrow or Friday. Take care, guys. Bye bye.